That has always been the case. That has never not been the case. That has never not been the case, Lizard. He's spreading rumors. Rumors. Today is not the showcase stream. That is on the 11th. So that is next Saturday, upcoming. What's going on, Paper Towel? No, it is good because it's gonna be with the rest of the mods, and it's gonna be like at a better time than normal. It's gonna be earlier in the day. It's true. After free, is there a free mini? No. That wouldn't work. Only because for two reasons actually. One, because it helps make the judging more simple, because we don't have to contend with giant. Because everybody always wants to do the same thing. Everybody always wants to do enormous giant models, like every contest, and it ends up being people judging the model versus the paint job. So we're trying to keep it fair. We'll make a competition specifically for big models eventually, but this is our first. This is my second ever competition. This is the first inter-server competition that we've ever done. So that's why. But it's because he's huge. That's why. But otherwise, everything's fair game. So meaning that like you can make your own model out of clay if you want, as long as it fits the parameters of 60 millimeters or less. That's really it. We even, in our competition that we just had, we had somebody make it out of like grass and clay, but that's it. But it's really just, again, it's in the spirit of fairness for everybody, because it's hard. Because some people like literally come up with a perfect grade Gundam or something like that they hand paint, that they custom painted, and it's just not able to be compared against somebody else's single guardsman. That's really the thing, is that we can't have such a disparity be allowed. Same thing with vehicles. Like, okay, we have one paint job that's a single unit. It's like the Christmas, special edition guardsman thing from Warhammer, versus a entire like fortress monastery with multiple units on it. It's just not a fair competition. That's it. We're just trying to make it best for everybody. Okay. We're moving from the turret to the main body of the tank today. So we're going to start with this. And I think I'm going to put the gold down first, because that will let me Imperial gold. That will let me do the sponging on these parts here without having and if I mess up the gold, it won't be difficult to fix. Don't be sad, Tism. Sad. What's going on, Seven Bays? Gonna be the big sad. You can't be the big sad. That's not allowed in our competition specifically. No big sads. Shades of brown? What do you mean? Is it my lighting? I mean, I'm not. I do have different skin tones. Is it this? Hang on, let me turn off the light. So when I turn the light off, I do have a bad farmer stand right now. Like this, right here. The Cali, yeah, it starts right here, and then it's very dark going down the arm from right here down. But I have a bad tank top tan. There we go. Eat some banana nut Cheerios. Banana nut Cheerios are pretty good. They're definitely not my favorite though. Fingus. Bit like a man. What's going on, Papa Nurgle? Rice and chicken tism. Welcome. Hey, Callie. How are you? Thanks for the wow. Oh shoot, I actually don't have my drink near me. I'm gonna get called out again. That's why you did that, to embarrass me. Fortunately, you have to return. Here's the paint shake. There we go. Did you get a drink or drink the paint water? I will in a minute. I will in a minute. Da-da-da. I just want to move a little bit quickly with this metallic before it starts to separate. But I hope everyone's doing all right today. Hope you guys had a fun 4th of July. Any good stories for 4th that you guys did? I know Callie did because she's an Australian, so she celebrates harder than any of us. Oh my gosh, congratulations, Tism. I hope you get it. Whatever it is, I hope you get it. What's it for? I was actually wondering, Colin. I was like, do you guys? I know you guys don't celebrate. I was like, is there anything? Because some places do something, but we're the only ones who bring it up. Well, good for you, Tism. I'm excited for you. I hope that you get it, whatever it is. Nice. Yes, I definitely hope you get it. Cooked brisket, nice. Did you steal? And he's stealing Bingus as well. It's true. You did tell me that earlier. Cooked brisket sounds amazing. That's always a good 4th meal. Okay. What's Kermit doing? He's chilling. Kermit is big chillin'. Kermit is always here. Hang on. Kermit's always on stream. Hang on. Give him a wave. He's sitting here next to our painted dragon, and in the bust of Bowsette and Hornet. I do sometimes wonder how many people notice the background stuff. Bum. Yes, I do. And that the frog emoji is actually from my other frog that's back here. Peepers, my peepers are peeped. My peepers are peeped. Ready. Ism. When the time comes, I need to actually make a special noise notification for it because right now it's silent. It doesn't have like a noise associated with it, so I'll have to do that. The channel points. Ism has been saving. Ism has been saving all of his pennies. You need me to stay hydrated? Yeah, it's true. Hang on, let me go get my drink here. This is a good spot for it. Oh no! Well, stay safe in the thunderstorm. I hope you don't lose power. That sucks. Okay, hang on. Let me go get my drink. My monogrammed chalice. Wait, what did you paint 7 bays? Let me see. Hang on. You just did your 40k terrain set painting from a necro. Wow, nice. Post it. I want to see. I haven't done any terrain yet. I haven't done. Actually, that's true. I haven't done any terrain. So I need to get on that. The closest thing to terrain that I've ever done is individual bases. I need to make some, because everybody says that too. Is that terrain is like a huge portion of the fun? I just haven't gone around to doing it. Wait a minute, how early is it for you, Seven? Or is it late? Your workplace in 3 to 4 hours. Does that mean it's really late or early for you right now? Oh, okay. $8 a.m. Is that UK? But that's Europe. East Asia. Oh, that's right. I remember. Well, by the way, what's up, Mark? Thanks for being on stream. $1:22. Oh, it's the afternoon in the UK. Okay. Of course. Thanks for being here. Oh, 1:22 a.m. What's going on, Dragon? UK's in the future. That's true. That's right. I'm experiencing some weird problems with the primer here. I did maybe it was the humidity or something like that, because I've got some like not flaking, but like really inconsistency in the texture. Like there's some cracking. Need to look at that. I've got almost zero humidity in here. It's an airbrush. What's going on? Thanks for the follow. Ugly81. Appreciate you. Oh man, that puts us almost at 200. I think that puts us at 196. Heck yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much, and welcome to chat. Okay, let's try. I just want to test out the texture for the side things here. So I'm going to get my corn red ready. Part of what makes this work is the fact that corn red is crazy thick. Super thick. All right, let's try this. Yes, a lovely dark color. I need a larger sponge. But we're doing this, if you remember from the top of the other one, we're doing this kind of stipple action here. But actually, we might need, yeah, I think we need or at least a newer sponge. Hang on. Let me cut this off, because this old One is so... it got a little too dry. I don't think it absorbs as well anymore. Okay, let's try that. Fresh sponge. That better. The coverage was off. And I know that it's getting onto the gold trim, but that's okay. That's why we did it first, because we can easily fix that by adding more gold. But if we do this kind of gradient feature on the on this part of the tank here, and then we have to come back because we get gold on it, that's much more difficult to fix. Much more difficult to fix. It's okay if we get some of this red on the gold right now. Specifically allowed to be a little messy. Because right now we're going for this sort of textured, uneven. Oh good, you found the emoji, Fred. Found many of them. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now, we gotta let that dry all the way, because now it's got like this kind of stippled, rougher texture. So this is exactly what we want. And then we'll come back and bloom it up with the other colors. It looks very natural that way. This is where we're going for, like this sort of texture here. Same as this first one. And let's prep the sponges for that. So we'll cut. Fresh sponge surfaces. Yeah. Okay, that's about ready. Let's get the dragon red. So this is like one hue up from the corn red. And we want to be careful with this because we want to keep the sort of bloom towards the top here. That's what I'm kind of aiming for. So we just need to be sure that we're not going to overly saturate because we don't, again, we want it to be a effect, not a uniform thing. Okay. And it'll get lighter going down, meaning it will be less pronounced. There will still be some, but it's not going to go all the way. Bingus! Bingus is back. You did get me. Okay. That's okay, Bingus. I appreciate you being here nevertheless. Okay. Now, do we like this bloom, or do we think it's a little too intense? It might be a little too intense. Let's let it dry all the way. And the good thing is that if we don't like it, we can come back with the original corn and kind of do the edges up until. Because this might be a little too intense, I think. We might go along the bottom here a little bit. But I like the realism of it so far. Bingus, it's true. It's true. Then the height of the bloom is going to be the blood chalice, just like before. I don't like this song. Go to the next one. That's almost dry. I'm gonna wait for that a little bit longer. Meanwhile, let's do other side. Can't quite get into that crevice there. We'll need the tweezers again. So that's pretty good. All right, and that looks ready. Try this. And I don't want much more than that. Pretty... Yeah, what I think we'll do to make that stand out some more is... Well, let's let that dry all the way, and then we'll come back and do the edges with the corn red. But I do like the realism on it. Not bad. Let's see what that looks like, kind of a little more finished by doing the edges, reapplying the gold on the edges, because that will make it stand out some more. That. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But it's a little too intense. The inner side for sure. The inner side for sure. Like I'm only doing the top of it. Not the interior edge. Because it does give it a little bit of realistic reflection. But that's nice. It's got a nice bloom. It's got a nice effect. Okay. Let's reapply a little bit of the dark color. The dark corn red back to the edges. Just a little bit. I think that would probably be helpful. Because I do think it's just a little too bright. Little. I wish this was more consistent. Hang on. I need like just the right size of sponge. It needs to be like a tiny square. Something like this. Yeah. Just to soften that edge a little bit. And we'll see how that looks. Let that dry all the way. Other side. There we go. Okay. And I think it's just got that. There's like a sweet spot that I want to hit that I feel like we're just on the cusp of it. But I think that's good. I think that's it right there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, 1 second. But I like this bloom. I think we're at a good spot with it. Now let's decide. It's also going to go back here. So let's do that really quick. A smaller sponge for that. But we need more corn red. Need to be careful. I'm going to get my fingers on it. Hey, Jake. What a twist. What a twist. No one was expecting that from Tism and Bingus. Nobody. Sorry, Blood. We're doing the bloom effects. What was that? You missed the shocking reveal. The shocking reveal from Bingus's phone. Oh, that's right. The polycule is always going to be more complicated than anyone intended, Blood. That's why the math never works out. You can do any kind of math you want. It's not going to work out. Do any kind of shenanigans. Okay. Good, let that dry. But I think that this texture is going to look really good in the end here. Are you fixing this up a little bit? Oh, hang on. We got a first chat for a long one. Hang on. I'm collecting a small Carcadon's successor army. Want to know what do you what you do the tribal exile markings common depicted in most. I'd have to look that up. I'm not 100% familiar with the tribal markings. But are you asking how to paint them, or are you asking which ones you should do? Because I can probably help you with how to paint them, but I'm not 100% on the lore behind them. How to paint them. Oh, okay. So for like freehanding stuff. So actually, legitimately, I like using a little bit of trickery, where we do a little bit of pencil work prior, or we do some basic outlining, and then we go back and we paint over it. But I can show that process in a video because I don't have it right here, but I should show that process in a video beforehand. The next video that we're doing, or that's getting posted, is the gold reflections one for tomorrow. That was supposed to be posted on Friday, but some stuff came up and I wasn't able to do it. But we can do a freehand stuff. We can do a freehand tutorial. Because that's what you're asking, right? How to do like freehand stuff. It's definitely a practice makes perfect thing, but there's ways to make it easier for sure. There are ways to make it easier. So we can do that. Absolutely. By the way, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. You just put us at 197. You put us at 197. We are 3 away from 200. The big 200. So if you've got any friends or friends, everybody tell their 2 friends and my 2 friends. I'm just kidding. Even if it was only one of you here and you came to see me, I would be grateful. So thank you all for being here. I sincerely appreciate you. It's 2:55 a.m. Oh my God. I do forget sometimes that Warhammer is still a primarily European and English hobby. Bad Painters Club, the Pyramid Scheme. Exactly. We're all gonna get. You just tell your friends and your family. Oh man, this is actually a good story. This is actually a really good story. Who wants to hear about the time? Who wants to hear about the time that I almost got recruited into an MLM by a girl in high school? That was crazy. That was crazy. Okay, so there was this. Actually, no, it wasn't high school. It was just going into community college. MLM, multi-level marketing scheme. So there was this girl who was like the popular one back in school, and we were going to, at the time I was like a deadbeat going to community college, and she calls me and she makes it sound like sort of like she wants to go on like a date. Like it was like almost like that. She was very weird about it, and I was curious. I was like, okay. So I go with her to this place. She says like, oh, we're gonna go eat something, but before that, I want to go to this meeting. Lemon, maybe not. No. And then so we go, and I'm like, what the heck is this? At first, I thought it was like church or something like that, like Bible study, because this was like, oh yes, absolutely. Absolutism. This is just a funny story. So we get there, and there's all these people, and then I start to recognize some people that I knew, because in our town, it wasn't all that. It wasn't like you can recognize people who were there. It wasn't all that huge at the time. So I was like, wait a minute, is that such and so, and is that such and so? And I was like, and then they start off and they say like, how much money did you make this week? How much money did you make this week? And what's up, Corinthian? Yeah, and then they start explaining it a little bit, and then they say like, oh man, that's great to hear, but they haven't so far said exactly what this is. They're just saying like, man, congratulations, here's your reward for making X amount of dollars. Which now I understand they probably were all plants, except for a couple people. So So they're saying, because people were saying like, yeah, I made $10,000 this week. I made $5,000 this week. I made $22,000 this week. And then they finally go, well, let's start filling in all these other people who are here for the first time what we're actually doing. And they, my friend who brought me there, this girl was like, so I just started this, and I started making some money, and I really wanted to, like, I wanted to tell you about it because I know that you'd be really good at this, and I'm still don't know what the heck this is. Still don't know what the heck this is. And then they finally play a video, and it's got all these celebrities talking about, like, they say, if it's on, you're getting paid. If it's on, you're getting money. And so what it is I forget exactly the name of it. Maybe the description will trigger a name for you guys. But it was a third-party company that is an intermediary between you and the power company, your cell phone company, your water company, anything that has to do with, like, utility. So instead of paying, so you get people to pay this MLM instead of, for example, like Los Angeles Water and Power, and because they're a third-party intermediary, you get a portion of that payment. Amway, American Way, yeah, something like that. Maybe that was it. The more money they said, yep, exactly, you got it, exactly, Red, exactly, it was that. And I'm just like, this is, like, immediately I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, if this was actually true, everybody would be doing it, number one. And why would the power company allow this other company to, like, undercharge people for the same thing or whatever? And, like, it just didn't make any sense. But what was crazy about it is that, like, I'm just sitting there, like, I immediately knew that, like, oh shoot, I got roped into coming to one of these. So I'm trying not to be rude to my friend, because obviously they're in it. And then the video ends, and I'm like, oh man, this sounds cool and all, but I'm not really interested. I don't really think that this is for me. I'm not able to do this because, firstly, they want $5,000 from you immediately. They want you to pay to start. Like, they're like, oh, we'll get you started with this package. It's only $5,000 to get going. And I'm like, no, I don't really want to go. And then immediately these two guys that are sitting in front of us turn around in their chairs and say, hey, it sounds like you're having some trouble getting motivated to get this started. Is there an issue? Is there something that you need to be motivated to get, your own business going? Like, do you just not like being your own boss? Do you not want to have, that type of freedom? Is it too much responsibility for you? Like, they're like trying to make it sound like I'm being like a bitch by not starting. Like, and it was so hilarious because I knew exactly what was happening. And I'm just like, wow, this is so hard. So, and I'm even like, no, I just don't think that I'm wanting to start something like this. I don't think this is for me. Like, I'm being as vague as possible. Because again, I don't want to get into an argument with these people. I'm just saying, no, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested. And then the friend that I'm with says, well, they helped me get started, and I'm already pretty successful. Like, now she's starting to push me, and then the guy in front of me, one of the two guys, turns and says, like, yeah, if you need it, we can front you the $5,000, and you can just pay us back with the earnings from your first couple of sales, and then once that's done, you'll be earning your own stuff. But if you need something to get started, we can start doing that. And it just kept going on and on. I just kept saying no, until finally, like, and I swear this was like maybe 40 minutes of people walking around and saying, like, are you getting started? Are you getting started today? So I knew that, like, more than half of them had to be plants because they kept coming up to where I was and saying like, when's your start date? Did you sign up? Blah 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 blah. They got the really hard sell. And then finally, after 40 minutes, I say, look, I'm just not interested. I'm not going to be doing anything like this. It's getting a little late. I think I need to get out of here. And my friend gets not upset, but she was like, oh, okay. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to. We're not. Can you get an Uber or something? Like, can you go? And I was like, wow. So I ended up not. She didn't even give me a ride home. She took me to this place. That was so lame. So I ended up at the time. I called my brother, and he came and picked me up from this thing. That was she was a bad person. I ended up getting a ride from my brother home, and I was like, man, that was so weird because the crazier thing is that I saw like people that I knew from high school at this thing. Like people that I had known from like a long time before then that I hadn't seen in years. And I'm like, what are they doing here? But they apparently were in it for a while. And I was like, geez. But that was kind of the thing that was prevalent in my town at the time, because I lived in a not a very good high school. I lived in a town that was like sort of like rich suburbia, so a lot of moms and people were getting into these kinds of things. Oh yeah. It's almost as bad as like people make fun of like Utah for being the MLM capital of the world. Like they have like Herbalife and stuff like that. And this is just like that. It's essentially a little microcosm of that. But man, I just remember it. I remember it like being just so weird when the pitches started, because I'm just like, I was so uncomfortable. Really, really, really strange, because it was so cultish and pushy. But I was telling the story, but somebody else had one in here. What did you said you did one with knives that was similar? Was it Cutco? Was it the Cutco brand where they like cut a penny or cut a nickel? That kind of thing? Oh yeah, Cutco. We had Cutco too. We had people who were the Cutco people. That was crazy. Just go door to door with these knives. It's insane to me the fact that that people were like literally trying to get others to sell knives door to door. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you satisfied with your with your cutlery? It's insane. Like the very idea that anyone would entertain that at the door is like next level insanity. Like forget vacuum sales, but like door-to-door knife salesman, that's nuts. Dead battery. While wearing dress shoes. Yeah. Walking door to door with a vacuum in a suit. Insane. Kirby vacuum sales. It's dangerous too, because like I've heard stories, like horror stories, of people like knocking on other people's doors to do that and getting shot through the door. Like people think that you're the police or something like that, and shooting through the door and killing people. People can get seriously endangered by doing that kind of stuff. You told Cutco that you were too... Yeah, that's a good excuse. Listen, Tism said, "Listen, guys, I don't have time for this. I gotta go organize my Sonichu emblems and my Funko Pops. I've got too many responsibilities." And they believed you. They said, "Okay, get out of here, weirdo." No. The vacuum one is, and that is the thing. Their sales model is just what's insane. It's not their product, because Kirby vacuums, like my grandparents still have a Kirby that's ancient and works better than any other vacuum they've ever owned. They still have it. It just doesn't. It does what it says. But like the fact that the way that they sell it is through that medium. That's insane. Why would you? Why is that? Like, it can't be worth the risk for the company. I don't understand it. But anyway. Kirby Vacuum is like an old brand. Yeah, they've been around for a long time. It has nothing to do with Kirby the character. It's a guy named Kirby. But that is a funny coincidence, isn't it? Got him. Nice one, Blood. Nice one, Blood. That's 10. That's 10 chili peppers out of 10. That's 10 spices out of spice. Everybody give him everybody give Blood 10 chili emojis out of 10 for spicy memes. Do it for the vibe. Okay, look at this. How do we like this bloom that we've got going on here? This type of Shadow Keeper setup. We dead batteries. Stick the gun turret on here. Preferably without breaking anything, just to kind of give it a little bit more character. I think we're looking pretty good. And we still need to do the wash on this and re-highlight it up. So we've still got some work to do for sure. But I like this color scheme so far. I think we're looking pretty good. We're gonna now, for these bottom parts, we need to decide kind of like what the secondary colors are gonna be, and this kind of coil right here. I kind of want this coil to be a glowy, yeah, teal would be cool. Teal would be really cool. We might even do some like lightning effects on it, because these need to be obvious. These are like the power bank, so we need that to be glowy, right? Right, team. I like it. I like it so far. All right, everybody. That's going to be it for today. There's no I in chat. Very light blue is also good. But let's raid somebody, because I finally am. I think. Before, don't anybody leave. I want to raid somebody first. I want to see if I can do it. Hang on, raid. Open the raid browser. Okay, who's streaming? Who's streaming? Nobody leave. I want to see who's here. Same category, miniatures and models. How about I like this person. There's so many VTubers that do this at around this time. I'm trying to see if there's anybody that I know. Let's see. I think we're just gonna pick one, even if I don't know them. How about this person? Let's see how this goes. Do it.
And I thought they were fine, but there are some shit where like a lot of weird secondary extra stuff is added to the Harrison where it's just like basically anything. Also, how you doing, Golden 40K? I was about to say I hate John Grammaticus, so that's fine. Also, how you doing, Tism Breaker? As an Iron Warrior's hammer, if I've ever heard of one. How you doing, Bloodseeker? What are you working on? What are you working on? And also Lord Odo Kuro. We're talking about John Grammaticus, the worst. But yeah, for people who don't know me, I'm helping out the Mimico, miniature painting VTuber at the Nurgles Game Variety. And how you doing? How you doing, 7 days? I'm currently working on a chapter called the custom homebrew chapter called the Rust Vultures, which is going pretty well. John Grammaticus is a perpetual.
All right.
Who most
now that we've done our good deed, it's time for me to it's time for me to go home or get off stream.
Which is the funniest shit.
Have a good night, everybody.
It's really
Here's our thing.
When the 40K people try to do an American accent, it's like.
I'll see you guys later.
Mind you, like I always go like oh me, I'm a British. Oh, I'm a British. You got a license for that, and you know it's bad. Also, Bloodseeker, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. So for me, it's like, you know, hearing a bad American accent, I empathize, and I'm like, you know, hell yeah, let's go. Equal opportunity, terrible accents. I'm technically on board for it, but no, I don't like perpetuals. I don't like the perpetuals. I don't like it when a character is like, I like 40K, but you know what? This reminds me of the Battle of the Bulge. It just takes me right the fuck out. Hey, it's all good, Golem. It's all good. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. I'm getting destroyed. Yeah,